All right, we're in the thick of it. After missing a week.
You missed a week?
I missed 2 weeks this month.
Wow. All right. Do you pay more taxes? What happens when you miss weeks?
Well, here's the thing. I was supposed to have Ken Iwanyu on Saturday.
Okay. I like Ken. Big fan of
We
Ken.
love Ken. They like Ken. Who doesn't like Ken? Maybe my dad. But Ken was going to come over. He texted me. He's like, hey, I just had an emergency root canal.
Okay. Root canal, serious.
Well, I said, what time are you going to get here? It's like, I don't think I'm
I
coming.
wanted to hear more about aliens.
Yeah. I don't know what. With him, you don't know what's going to happen, dude.
That's why I'm a big fan of Ken.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you didn't listen to the first episode that he came on here where he just bashed women for like 3 hours. I had to cut it down. That was before I had a Patreon, too.
All right. Okay.
I was like, yeah, we just do an hour, and then for 3 hours, he's like, we have to put women in their place. I was like, you're not in Africa, Ken. You can't say shit like that.
It's a different continent, dude.
But now we're back.
All right. We're back.
With a new jacket, new socks.
Yep. New socks, man.
Mexico.
Yeah, I just got back from Mexico. That was fun.
You went to, what are you doing?
I was in Mexico for about a week. It was to relax partially, and then also to kind of look at maybe doing some real estate deals down there.
Okay. Just houses, just straight up houses.
Well, this particular part of Mexico, they're houses, but they're almost like a boutique hotel because you can have a lot of people and there's like a lot of common space and a lot of pools. So yeah, but technically yes, a house.
Is it a neighborhood? Do neighborhoods exist outside of America?
Oh yeah.
And Canada?
No. If you go to Mexico City, it's just a large, massive, high-density city. Like when you are flying in, it's pretty wild. I mean, it's a massive city. It's got to be one of the top 3 largest cities on the planet. It's also
like a mile and a half up.
Yeah. So between the altitude and the pollution, it feels double that.
Sick.
Like you are fucking winded. But this was on the Pacific side. Kind of isolated. It's a pretty interesting place. A lot of people from all parts of the world sort of live there part-time. And then there's a big influx of people that vacation there from like Southern California and like Arizona and Texas will go down there. But I'd say big percent out of LA because there's direct flights there. But it's pretty isolated. Like it's a 90-minute drive to the airport. So, do they have neighborhoods? Sort of, but like
they got like supermarkets. Can I go to like Stop and Shop?
No. You're not gonna have that. But you will get like what is it? Farm to table, whatever that term.
So they got farms.
They definitely have
original
farms.
Supermarkets.
They've got farms. They got a lot of fucking animals roaming around.
I don't like that. That's not a selling point to me.
They're
just roaming around?
I mean, they're, roaming around in the sense that everything you're getting is fresh, right? It's probably fucking killed that morning or milked that morning.
Okay.
I'll say it's raw during the day, but very refined at night. That's what your days are like, which I
don't know. I don't fully understand what that means.
So it's like if you were driving around there, yeah, man, like you can't drive around there with a sedan. That shit is it's gonna break, right? Like
a sedan?
Yeah.
Wait, why is it gonna break?
Because the roads they're rocky, man. I mean, I
didn't even think about this.
Yeah, like at some point you will be on a dirt road. Right, so you need off-road type vehicle, and I don't mind that during the day, but like I need amenities at night. Like I need all that shit. I'm a big baby, Like I'm not roughing it. I don't camp. I don't do that shit.
No,
I don't like it. I never will like it.
I'm with you.
So it's not one of those type. I have friends who are into that shit. Right, they're into like
I don't.
They're like, they're into like camping and some bohemian type experience. I'm not into that.
Good. You guys can have that.
Yeah, no, I want a nice glass of tequila at the end of the night.
I understand that, but my thing is, all right, you have a glass of tequila, you run out of tequila, what happens?
I mean, there's a good deal of labor there. You're basically hiring staff for the time you're there. I mean, there was
So
not.
they would go out.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't
would
a.
find something.
Yeah, we had breakfast made for us in the morning.
I get that.
Lunch in your place, right?
Sure.
It's great. So like, I never really was like, "Where's food?" It was just always there. It was always there.
But like if you live, people can't live there year round.
You could. I mean, the cost of living versus here we're talking fractions.
Yeah,
We're talking fractions.
it's nice.
That's why you can do it. I mean, it's fractions. It's crazy.
It's like Ken's tooth, fractions.
I mean, it's wild, you know. Let's put it this way: a glass of Siete Legue
Love it.
there, $10. Here, $25. And it's $10 at a place that is overpricing it in that particular market. So it's probably even really less than that.
I was gonna say 10 is more than I thought it would be there.
Well, that's because this is at a, this is at night.
Right.
This is at a refined place. This is like a high amenity place. If I just went anywhere for that, it's probably $5-6.
Okay.
So that, so you're talking about a massive price difference here, right? You're talking about 60% less.
But you're in the house the whole time?
No. I mean, there's plenty of shit to do. I mean, obviously, there's beaches. They're beautiful.
Oh, that's the thing there?
I mean, it's part of the thing there because you're on the Pacific coast, right? So
Never been.
it's really nice. The Gulf
Heard.
is more rough water, shitty seaweed. I don't know why people are into the beach there, but the Pacific side's stunning. I still am a pool guy. I like the pool.
I love a pool.
And there's not a single place there that doesn't have a pool. So you essentially have a freaking private pool. And people coming by and would you like some more tequila? Of course I would.
I love some more tequila.
I'm trying to fucking drown here. Give me more.
That's it.
So yeah, it was a good trip. The real estate prospects are, I think, very interesting, and it was nice to kind of do nothing. It was great. And you eat well, right? Because all this shit is fresh. Like, you really do eat well.
Bananas, oranges.
All the fruit, all the produce, it's great.
But the animals walking around.
They do. I went on this.
What type of animal?
I mean, dude, I'll show you. I'll send you pictures. I saw zebras, crocodiles.
What?
Gazelles. I'm telling you.
I don't think these are native to Mexico.
I don't know either, but they're okay. So I was on some nature preserve, right?
There we go.
And they're roaming around, and at the middle of this nature preserve is this ridiculously insane hotel. The one I sent you videos.
I
of
saw
that.
the videos.
Yeah, they were.
I thought that was a house.
One of the things I sent you was a house. One of them was a fucking hotel that's the nicest hotel I've ever been in.
I couldn't tell the difference.
It was crazy. The one that was like all marble and shit. It was wild. It was a wild place. It's when you're there, you're surprised that there is something like this so close to the U.S. because most of this you would think is like, somewhere in Greece or Albania or a place in the Mediterranean and Turkey. Right. You wouldn't suspect it would be in Mexico, but it is. I mean, it was really cool. It was a good trip. I'll definitely go back pretty soon.
There you go.
That's
Southern California. What are people in Southern California vacationing from? They don't work.
I think it's again, it costs so much less to be there.
So they're just traveling to spend less money?
It could be. I mean, you could spend a month there. I mean, most of these houses, like, you would rent them for, most of those houses are people renting for long term, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But it's a definitely a different vibe there. It's a totally different vibe there. Everybody's attractive. I'll say that.
Well, of course. Well, come on.
That was a huge plus.
There's very few ugly people around Marble.
That's true. It's a good point.
Yeah, I've never seen an ugly person around Marble.
At least it'll be at the. You'll never get a poorly groomed person around Marble. I think you have. That's like sort of a given. You're gonna be like well groomed. You're gonna take care of yourself, and there was a lot of that. And like I said, it's just like people from all over the world, which was interesting. And this was their off season, so it was Not that many people, which was cool.
It's great.
I don't think it's a place that really gets overcrowded. The place is called Correas, if you're curious about the name. But good trip. The delay coming back fucking sucked. I was
You go to Newark?
Well, that was one of the options, and I said no. I will not go to Newark. There's no direct flight here, so you go from this airport in Manzanillo to Mexico City, and then I was coming back to JFK, and I had a 6-7 hour delay in Mexico City, which really sucked. And the options were you can leave in an hour, but you will go to Atlanta and then Newark. And it was tough. It was a tough decision. And I fell for the headlines. I was like, I'm not going to Newark. And instead traded in getting home probably 5 hours earlier.
Let me tell you something. I went out of Newark. It's the only on-time flights I've had in 3 months.
Really?
Yes.
See? So maybe the headlines are bullshit.
It's the best thing in the world.
Well, it could also be that people are doing what I just did. They're just not fucking going.
No, I think that was most of it.
Yeah. And so I didn't like that I got to go to Atlanta. Right, and I was like, there was like a 2 hour. Actually, it would have saved me about 3 hours because I had a layover in Atlanta. So I was like, all right, I'll roll the dice here. I'll play airport roulette, and my delay just got worse.
Yeah, right.
And apparently, somebody passed out on the plane coming down, and that caused all this huge delay.
I don't care. Get them off.
Yeah, I was a little.
That ain't my problem.
I still don't understand how someone passing out on the plane causes a 6 hour delay. I mean, the shit landed
They gotta be heavy.
on time.
Like you pick them up. I don't know. Maybe they were like in the window seat, so you got.
Well, they got stuck in the bathroom. I don't know.
Ooh.
And they had to
Yeah,
bust
I've
the
passed
door
out of that.
down.
Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't get many details. They weren't
But if
sharing.
they tell you that, they should give the details, or don't tell me anything. You can't tell me someone passed
Well, they
out on
didn't
the
even
plane.
tell us. Like we only were. People were overhearing it, and then the pilot actually did announce that there was a medical emergency, and so you felt a little like, okay, whatever, that sucks. But I still don't understand 6 hours.
You get an hour. That's it. You
Yeah.
get an hour of like,
No,
all right.
You start to go mental at the airport when you're there that long, and I was there by myself, so you're just like I've run out of things to think about.
Something tells me you sat at the bar for a while.
I sat at the bar for a while. I did.
Yeah.
I had access to the lounge, which was helpful.
What's going on with the lounge?
Lounge is good. Lounge
Which
saved my life.
Which lounge you do?
This one was called Centurion.
Centurion Lounge.
Yeah.
Amex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning all about
Yeah.
lounges
Yeah, because the Delta Lounge is under construction.
at JFK.
No, this is at Mexico City.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so this was a Centurion Lounge. It was pretty good. You know, food was fine. It would have been much, much more difficult without that lounge. I mean, it would have been horrible, honestly.
Are lounges worth it? Worth it?
Absolutely 100%. Anybody who says they're not worth it, I'd have trouble being friends with them.
I've never experienced a lounge.
I mean, it's like, okay, it's basically like, okay, you don't have sex without a condom. It's way better. It's way
Yeah,
better.
I didn't know. That's where I thought you were gonna go.
It's way better.
But I didn't know if you meant. Yeah. Okay.
It's just way better. This like because of this event. Had I been like not able to go into that lounge and I had to sit in that fucking terminal for 6 hours.
Like, what's about the? Is it the drinks? Is it the food?
It's
Like, what are we
fucking-
getting?
It's I will.
Are the chairs that much better?
Yes. Yes.
chairs are that much better?
Yes. Yes. They are way, 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 way better. Way better.
They're
They're
that much
they're
better?
fucking comfortable. You can charge your shit. Out in the terminal, they treat you like a fucking
treat me like a
circus
pig.
animal.
I know.
All right. Oh, here's one outlet for the 100 of you out here.
It makes no sense.
The ratio is insane. You all know everybody here has shit to be charged.
Yeah.
Everybody
Got a few things.
needs that. So here, there's so many outlets. It's beautiful. You don't have to fight. It's amazing.
Okay.
So you have that. You feel a sense of calm because you know all your shit's going to be charged. I need that. I need that. I need to know that I can communicate out of this situation, or I can at least distract myself. The food's free.
Drinks are free.
No, booze are not free.
Booze are not
but
free.
I did eat almost everything on the menu.
Good?
It's fine. You know, they're
All right.
small serving sizes, but
Tapas.
I would say tapas level serving sizes, maybe even smaller.
They serve you?
Oh yeah,
They serve
they
you.
serve you. This Centurion Lounge had 2 floors. Shockingly, the tequila selection sucked, and even though we're in Mexico City,
Okay.
they still have to go with the brand shit because they're paying to be on the shelves. All
I
the
hear
fucking
ya, I hear
marketing
ya.
crap.
All right.
So I had to suffer through that. The only other knock on it was the Knicks game was on, and they had a soccer game on.
Well.
We are in Mexico City.
Right.
So I had to accept that. I just watched, the score. I just kept updating it. It was fine.
You don't have YouTube TV?
You won't work there.
What?
You're not in America. Your subscription will not work there.
What the hell are we doing?
Well, that's a Google YouTube thing. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever. I'm like, what? Come on. There's no way you can figure this out. Like, I should be able to watch this
Easily.
And I would have paid a premium. At that moment, I would have paid the premium. If they were like, it's going to cost $12.99 for you to do this, I would have done it because I had 6 hours to kill.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I
You
would
knew you had
have.
6 hours up top? Or
No.
did it progressively get
It
worse?
got progressively worse, which
Yeah.
I wrote a whole letter to Delta about this.
I had a feeling.
I did. I want compensation.
No, that's insane. 6 hours is insane.
Yeah, and I was like, had you just told me it was 6 hours, I would have opted into canceling the flight, being reimbursed for a hotel in Mexico City. I would have left. I would have been
Right.
like, all right, I'm going to go to a nice restaurant in Mexico City. I'm going to stay at a decent hotel and treat myself like a fucking human being,
Yep.
take a shower, and sleep. Instead, I got home at 5 a.m.
Not great.
It was brutal, dude. It was brutal. Customs was a disaster. These Doge cuts, hey, fuck you. You fucking cocksucker motherfuckers. Assholes. Get some people to fucking work in customs, you fucking pricks. It was insane. There was 2 people working. I got a picture of this shit. It was nuts. And I've
Use
got
the app? The app you told me about?
Yeah. I used mobile passport control. Still took me 25 fucking minutes to get through that shit. If you didn't have that, you were screwed. You might die in line in customs. It was hundreds of people. So when I got home, next day, I used to have global entry. I got knocked off the list. I don't fucking know.
Got knocked off the list?
It just did fucking. I got a letter in the mail that it was like, yours has expired. It was some bullshit. I don't know, but
All right.
I reapplied because I'm not going through that again.
Cool. Okay.
It was 20 minutes, but it was already like, I don't know, man.
6 hours plus 20 minutes is a lot longer after 6 hours.
Yeah, and it was 3:45 in the morning. And so I waited there. The Uber took forever, so I probably got home close to 5.
Okay.
It was long, but I recovered. It was still worth it. Good trip. Lounge, you got to get it. You got to get it, Rich. You got to get it. You have to get it.
I know. I went out with this girl Saturday. She was telling me about the lounges.
Saturday date. Wow.
Saturday Memorial Day weekend date.
Wow,
NWD.
that's off schedule, dude, for you.
I had nothing to do Saturday. We have no show. It's been well recorded here. We talk about it often. But we're starting it back up. Stay tuned.
June, it's happening.
June something. But, yeah, she lives in the Westville. So, went out and she was filling me all in on the lounges. Because she says she's a Sapphire girl. I have a Sapphire, but I have the Sapphire Preferred. And you need the Reserved.
Okay.
Or
Is
you need the Reserved,
she
I have the
pro
Preferred.
lounge?
Very pro lounge.
I am too. She's a keeper.
Everyone is.
She's a keeper then, dude. Anybody who's not, anybody who says it's a waste of money, I don't see the logic. I don't see the even if you only use that lounge once every 3 years because of a delay, it's worth it.
Here's my thing with the lounge. I expense everything.
But you're not paying for anything in there. The food's free.
No, that's my thing.
You know?
I'm already not paying for anything. Like, I don't really travel on my own dime much.
I don't think it's real. For me, it's not how much you got to pay for the lounge. It's that you have access for it and the convenience of it. It like, if you got to change or you have to whatever, the bathrooms are nicer, way
Never had to
nicer.
change.
I
I aspire to have this level of travel. Like, I want to be able to change at an airport.
Yeah, like when I
haven't
get
done it.
I get cold on the plane, right? So I wore that jacket, right? Because it was cold when we were
Good jacket.
leaving. It was raining, but Mexico's fucking hot.
Last time I checked.
And when I landed at Mexico City, it was hot, and so I went into the bathroom and I changed, and I didn't feel disgusting in the bathroom because it was a nice private bathroom. That's worth it to me. And I was stuck there for 6 hours. Totally worth it.
Yes, I understand for that instance, I understand the benefits of a lounge.
But even if that happens to you once a year, once every 3 years, you're going to want it at that moment. You're going to want it.
Yeah, but I get paralyzed by the choices of lounges.
I mean,
I got a Sapphire, but then you're bringing up Centurion, and someone's like, I'm going to Delta. Another person.
I think they're all pretty much on a relative basis the same.
Yeah, but which one do I choose? Like, I don't understand which one I choose.
I think you would choose, if you're going to be flying more internationally, you'd take the Amex one, whatever's related.
I'm probably not gonna.
Then you take the other one, whatever it is. I don't know what the other ones are, but
And does every place have a Sapphire lounge? I don't think so.
probably not. But most will have a sister lounge to Sapphire.
I didn't even know about sister lounges.
Yeah, they'll let you.
That's
in.
an ecosystem?
Yeah, they'll let you in because they're partners with Sapphire.
God damn it.
Right? Like, well, here's the thing. If you were with me on that trip, I have a free guest at the NEMX lounge.
You do?
You do.
Because I heard they took that away.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
That's still that's a thing still. That at least in Mexico City it is.
The whole reason I got to Chase Sapphire is because in the Seaport, there's a Chase Sapphire lounge. In the Seaport.
But why would you go to that lounge? You got it for that lounge?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's in the Garden Bar. There's a little area.
But that's a worthless lounge. Why would you got it for a lounge that's next to a bar that looks exactly like the lounge, that has no walls
Yes.
and has the same seating as the bar?
Correct.
So what do you get in that lounge?
The seems a little different.
Is it better?
Kind of.
All right.
Or it could be worse.
I don't consider that a lounge. I just consider that, boundaries.
Well, all my friends were showing their Sapphires.
And they
So I was
got
like-
in.
And they got in. I had to be used as a guest. I'm like, I can't be a guest anymore.
Got it. All right.
So I
Look,
need to get my own card.
I would get you got to get one of these lounges, dude. Just get one of them. You can't be out there. You can't. It sucks. I hate the terminal. I hate it. It puts me in a fucking bad mood.
I don't like it. There's creatures.
Yeah, everybody looks banged up out there.
They do.
I don't know what it is. It's like everyone's sleep deprived, or it's their first time fucking flying, and they're just like, well, what do I do now? It's like, well, just follow the announcements.
Well, I did just get TSA pre.
All right, that's a big step.
Big step.
I would get clear as well.
People are... this girl said
Yeah.
I need clear too.
You should.
That I don't
You
understand.
should go on a second date with her.
Well, I'm going out with her tomorrow.
That's good.
What, why do I need both?
All right, so everyone's getting wise to pre-check.
Yeah, but I've been flying.
Yeah, but that, still, you could get jammed. It's possible. But clear, if you get clear and pre-check, that line's just shorter. And here's the reason getting an American Express card, they will credit you that back.
I heard. Well, this chick told me Sapphire pays you back for TSA pre. I don't have that I got the cheaper Sapphire, so I don't get it for free.
You just upgrade one of the cards, dude. It's worth it.
How do I apply for an Amex?
You
Do I just reach out?
Yeah. The reason
Is that a bank? That's not a bank.
No, that's the whole thing about Amex.
So they connect to my bank?
I mean, you mean to pay the bill?
Yes.
Yeah, you just connect it to your, ACH or whatever, and it's very easy. It's
Are
very
Amex
easy.
cooler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look cool.
I mean, you get a lot more with that.
You get a concierge, right?
You get that, yeah.
What does that do?
I've only used it once when I was in Vegas. I mean, it's just like they'll get you in places, they'll give you some recommendations, but mostly they're gonna get you in places. Like, you don't really have to put the effort in going through Ticketmaster or whatever. If you wanted, I mean, chances are slim, but let's say you went to Vegas and you wanted to go to the Sphere, right? I don't think they're going to have extra tickets, but they might. They might, depending on how much.
Amex would have extra tickets.
Oh, yeah, they buy shit to everything, specifically to give to their members.
This is insane. But how is TSA pre-oversaturated but not Amex oversaturated? I don't understand this.
Because you got to pay $600 a year.
There you go.
That's how Amex, there's a yearly fee for Amex. That's why most people don't get an Amex card.
See, I think everyone has an Amex. I might be the only person without an Amex card.
Well, there's different fees for different levels. I don't, I get it. I got the Amex card specifically because of the travel benefits.
That's why I did the Sapphire.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. I've always found that Amex is good.
What do you get for $600? You get the concierge, you get a lounge. You got a lounge, or you got to pay extra for the lounge?
No, that's all in it.
It's
all in it.
Okay.
It's all in it. You're getting points, like.
I've heard about the points.
The points are pretty good. It's just everything, right? Like, for example, Barclays, right?
Heard about
Brooklyn
it.
Nets. There's a separate entrance for Amex card holders. And there is no line there. You can use Clear and go to the Clear line. There's a line there.
At Clear.
Yeah. The line for the VIPs at Barclays is longer than the Amex line. So you don't know when it's going to come in handy. But when it does, it's pretty fucking great.
There's a whole world of upper middle class and wealth I just don't understand. I'm trying to sink my teeth into it.
Yeah, it takes time.
Like,
bro.
I think Costco memberships are nice.
They are.
Sure.
They are. AAA is nice.
Yes. You get it. This might be a bit.
My dad hands me a AAA card every year. I don't have a car.
But just in case.
That's his answer every time. I'm like, Dad, I don't have a car. He's like, just in case.
Just in case.
I got you one. And he's very excited about it because he's like, this is a great card. And it is. AAA is great.
I see the value of AAA. I see the value of Costco. But that's like wealth to me. This is a whole new world I'm joining.
Oh, well,
of
you gotta,
drinks and lounges. And there's velvet ropes around all these things.
I mean, the Amex entrance at Barclays legitimately has velvet ropes.
They all have velvet ropes.
And they're nice to you. It's good. I like it, and, Amex, if you're traveling outside the U.S., is generally taken everywhere.
That was a big thing growing up.
Yeah, what is it?
No one took Amex.
No one took Amex?
I feel like they were always like, oh, we accept Discover and
Well, I think the whole
whatever
branding behind Amex in the 80s was never leave home without it.
That's pretty good.
Right? It was pretty good. It was catchy and it worked, right? And it was always, some guy was like, American Express, don't leave home without it. I'm sure there's like travel insurance that's associated with it, and when you rent a car, there's probably insurance. There's probably other benefits. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Wendy's didn't take Amex. I know that. My buddy had a black card.
And they didn't take it?
They didn't.
Wow.
They didn't take it.
That's interesting. And I would say that's probably one of the few times somebody with a black card was in Wendy's, is my guess.
Not the Syosset one. Those people, they got to be having black cards around.
It was a Wendy's in Syosset.
The Wendy's in Syosset.
That is weird.
This is 2010. We're talking 2010, 2011.
That is a bit surprising.
Yeah.
That is a bit surprising. Huh. I don't know. I think A, get one of these. B, go on a second date.
Well, I'm doing tapas.
Tapas.
I'm
great
following
second date.
the Mehul Patel
it's
schedule.
it's a great second date.
It's the best. I have to go to Soho. Not a big fan of that.
That's okay. It's okay.
She's a West Village.
That's a good compromise-ish. It's a little easier for her.
Yeah. Got a
Little
good
hard-
spot for you.
What was that?
Got a good spot for
Oh,
you.
okay.
Went on the first date. Use ChatGPT to figure it out. I've been doing, whole thing. I talk to ChatGPT now. It helps it tremendously with my searches. Instead of typing, I talk to it. Went to a place, write this down, gaze, analog.
I don't know it.
Of course you don't. You're not talking to ChatGPT. I talked to it. West 8th. What a venue. Drinks are okay.
Okay, well, that sucks.
But a cool spot.
cool spot is important. Cool spot's important on a first date, obviously. I'll definitely check it out.
Yep.
I do hate the West Village, though.
So do I.
I guess if you have to go there, you got to have a go-to. I have some place. I can't even remember the name. It's some, I don't know. It's pretty
It's technically Greenwich Village, but close enough.
It's close enough. Yeah, second date, tapas. I think it's a good idea.
That's what we're doing. So Boquerie, which is right here, they have a Soho location.
Okay, so
we're
you'll
gonna hit
be
that.
so you'll be sort of familiar with it.
I'll know the menu. I'll know my whereabouts.
Okay, yeah, that's a good compromise. It's a
And
little.
she's only been here since October, so she doesn't know anything.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing.
It's nice.
It's nice. You know, it's you seem like you're well informed. You have a lot of
I'm
local
bopping.
knowledge. Yeah. All right. I like it.
Yeah.
What day is the date?
Tomorrow, Thursday.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
We
Wow.
couldn't do Tuesday. Had to go to Long Island last night.
Got it.
That's right.
All right.
So we're going Thursday, but yeah, I don't really have a but. That's about it. And then we got to move our stuff from the club.
Yeah.
We got to figure that out.
I did. So we are, as Rich has probably told you on other episodes, we're moving our comedy show to Midtown.
Midtown, folks.
And I had to go there on Tuesday to meet the audio design guy that will set up the audio. And he does not know the difference between the letter E and the letter W.
Dyslexic.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
He didn't say he was dyslexic. He ended up being a very nice guy, but I was a little annoyed because I was there on time. He said, meet me at 2. And at 2, he was promptly in the wrong place. And he said, hey, I'm here. I'm outside. I was like, impossible, because so am I. And he's like, well, this says West 44th Street. And I was like, that's incorrect. It's East
Just got to turn your phone
44th Street
the right way.
And he's like, well, that's what it says in here. And then he literally took a picture of the response that I confirmed an address, which said East 44th.
I saw it.
And he said, hey, look, this is the address. And I was like, yeah, that's E for East.
Yes.
I think that was my exact reply.
It was.
In retrospect, it was a bit of a dickish response, I think.
I would say so, but justified.
But like, how else was I supposed to respond?
That's what I'm saying.
What was I supposed to say? I didn't want to insult him and be like, do you know the difference between E and W? So I just stated that E means east, which is where I am. He did show up relatively quickly, and he was a very nice guy and very knowledgeable, and he did give me some confidence that he can get this done pretty quickly at a reasonable price. So all in all, I think we're going to get there in a few weeks.
Okay.
We got to get there because it's starting to stress me out.
It's stressing me out.
That we don't have, 2-3 nights of comedy a week.
Yeah.
It's starting to bother me. So this is just going to get done by that third week of June at the latest. I'm going to push faster, but we're also dealing with what we're dealing with.
We got to open this up. Let's open a club in Playa del Carmen, wherever you're building houses now.
That place is great.
Yeah, I don't think comedy would do great there, but maybe.
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know, but it's an amazing place.
Why are there so many internationals? Atlantic side, I get it. Europe.
I think because it's
Stuff.
it's nicer. It's just way nicer. When you're there, if somebody dropped you off there and said, you're in Greece, you're in Thailand, you're in wherever, New Zealand, you'd believe it.
New Zealand?
It's really nice. You can't tell where you are.
Sheep.
There's no sheep,
Yeah.
but
There's zebras.
there's big bodies of water. It's nice. I just think it's really nice. Like I was like, I think that's the attraction. It's really nice. I don't think Cancun's that nice.
I've only been to the worst hotel in Cancun twice.
I think
I don't know.
I think it sucks. I don't like it.
It's the only place in Mexico I've been.
Yeah. Well,
For
I'm
college
gonna
spring break.
build this shit. You'll come out here. You'll really like it.
Shout out to the Grand Oasis, though, in
Yeah.
Cancun. That's the spot, dude.
I hate that fucking airport too, man. I really dislike that airport.
I just remember they do security outside. Blew my
I
mind.
just know it's just chaotic. I don't think they have a lounge either.
0% chance the Cancun airport has a lounge.
I don't think they have one.
They don't have a ceiling.
That bothers me. So yeah, I'm not a big.
But those
Cancun
aren't
fan.
lounge again. These aren't Costco doesn't have a Sapphire lounge. You know what I mean? Like they're the same people. Costco people and Cancun people, they're the same. You can book a trip to Cancun at Costco.
I believe that. I believe
They have a
that.
travel agency.
My parents love Costco. They went to Cancun last year.
Look at that. They get the rotisserie chicken there.
I don't know. No, my mother doesn't eat meat.
I think you should still buy it. It's a hell of a deal. It's like $4.
She'd buy just for that.
Just for the deal.
Just be like, well, I did get a deal.
Right. Come on, $4?
Yeah, no, my dad, I guarantee you, went to Cancun with the Costco card and the AAA card.
That's of course. That's an all-American.
Yeah.
Trip
You
right
never
there.
know. This could come in handy.
They should give you a hot dog when you do all of that at once.
But yeah, show's coming back soon. It was productive. It was productive. It was
Okay.
productive.
We gotta figure it out. We gotta move stuff.
I couldn't find the light switch. That was embarrassing.
Well, no, we don't own the place.
Yeah, I really couldn't find it.
Was anyone there?
Customers?
Yeah.
There was 2 people.
Sad.
2 people.
What were they doing?
One guy was on the phone and had a martini, which was
He had a
weird.
martini
Yeah.
at a dive bar?
Yes, it was weird. And then the other guy was just complaining about something to the bartender. And then the bartender was confused why I was there. He called the owner. The owner was confused.
The guy that we keep talking to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not,
The one that you texted.
that didn't reply.
I will be there at 2:30.
Yeah, he never replied. So there was confusion. He's like, he's like, the audio doesn't work for comedy right now. And I was like, well, I wasn't planning on having a comedy show at 2:30 p.m.
Yes.
She's just checking the room. So
To install
don't worry.
a real system.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's going to be some uphill shit here, but like, it'll get done.
It'll get done. Do we hit 45? No, we're at 38. All right, we're gonna cut this episode a little short, and then we'll switch over to the page because I got to take a piss before the page. But meet us over at the page.
Let's do it.
Come on over. All right, folks. Here we go.